So that moment we were discussing the program which is how to calculate average age. So that moment what happened, one is that here if I provide any number here, any integer number, okay, so I less than 5, so I less than 5 whenever the last index is 4, 0 to 4, okay, 0 1 2 3 4. So whenever last index is 4, so 4 is less than 5, so condition is satisfied, print will be taken, then I will be incremented to 4 plus 1 5. So now I 5 less than 5, so the condition will not be satisfied, the loop will be terminated. So up to 5 elements it is okay. Then if you, as I told you that this is static array, so means static array means its memory size fixed, but you can change the element, you can change the element. So that moment if you increase the size, otherwise if you change the element, so that moment better to use in place of 5 length, you use length. Okay, I told you that how to get the length. Length is what? Length, this is the length variable created, formula I have used, size of operator will be used. For this we will get the length as 5. Okay, now then what happened, within the loop flower brace open close, within this statement sum is equal to sum plus age, this is index. Okay, so every time loop goes and take the number and it will be added with the sum. Okay, sum initially 0. Okay, like this if I run this code, stop this, if I run this code, we will get this is total elements in array 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So elements are 5 and average of ages 63 point, average we are getting average age, that is 63.2. okay, but if I change any value here, then what happened here, let us see. If I change 76, so 78, then what happens, 6 elements, so we need to get total elements in array, the length that is to be changed. Okay, and this average also to be changed. So let us see what happened here. So one more time you run this code, stop this and build and run one more again. So this is you are getting what, 6. So elements increased, before that it was 5, so now it is increased. Why? Because length, you have written a variable for formula, you have written for length. So as you increase the elements, ultimately this total elements in array will also be changed, and average of ages, that will be changed as per this. Every time loop rotates, navigates through the elements, and the element will be taken and stored in the I, and that will be added with the sum. But I want to get the sum of the element, I want to get a printout of sum, and I want to get this decimal precision up to 2, otherwise 4 digits I want to get. That moment you need to do it, little bit of code you need to write here. Okay, that is what you do this. Here you need to use point 2. Okay, so it is indicating that you want to get only 2 points. 2 decimal points. Now run this code, stop this code, you run this. Now here you are getting what? This is what somewhat error we are getting, where this token in 23 line. Why? So here 2, this 2 is not accepted here. Okay, now if you run this build and run, this is what. So before you are getting more decimal numbers, but now you are able to, you are getting somewhat, that is called your decimal numbers. This is called decimal precision. So precision means accuracy. You want to get only, you want to see only 2 decimals. If you want to get 4 decimals, you change this as simply 4. Okay, now build, stop this code and run this code, run and build and run. Now you are seeing for what? 4 decimals. This is called decimal precision. But now if you want to see, that is what your sum of the numbers. So let us see how to get the sum of the numbers. See, if I make this sum as integer, so I am this value average of ages, there is no any decimal number. There is means it is rounded up to integer only. Average of ages, because sum, whenever I made this sum as integer, so this value is being rounded to integer. So if I want to get the, that is what your array is, what 6 elements. So if I want to get the float number here, means accuracy, I want to get accuracy. That is what, if I change this as float, okay, then you run this code, build and run. So you will get the accuracy here, 4 digits of accuracy. Okay, now that means your average and sum both are float. Okay, if you change sum into integer, that value, average will be rounded to integer. Okay, understand? This is the but I am not getting sum of ages, all of the ages. I am not getting any sum here. Okay, but I am getting what? This is what? Average. If I change this as integer, so then I will total values, sum will, I will get the sum, and it is rounded to 65. Okay, if I change this float average as integer, then what happened? Change this code, but you are getting the total sum, but there is no any average. There is no any average. Okay, average, we are not getting average here. So to get the sum of the numbers, okay, to get the sum of the numbers, you change this as float, and this is also float, this is also float. Okay, now whenever you run this code, build and run, you are getting the average of ages. Okay, but these are looking 0. So you do one thing, that moment keep this print in comment section. Okay, now run this code, build and run. So there is no need of sum. Okay.